After Kerala and Punjab, now Chattisgarh and West Bengal have decided to oppose the Citizenship Amendment Act approved by the President. The West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, who has been vocal against the implementation of the Citizenship Act from the very beginning, has yet again said that she will not let the law to be implemented in her state. The Chief Minister of Chattisgarh, Bhupesh Baghel, has also openly opposed the act and called it against the basic structure of the Constitution. A total of 4 states, Kerala, Punjab, Chattisgarh and West Bengal, are against the Citizenship Amendment Act.
আর আমরা স্টেট বলছি কাউকে এখান থেকে যেতে হয় না, কোনো ভয় পাওয়ার কোনো কারণ নেই, বিতাড়িত হওয়ার কোনো প্রশ্নই আসে না। যেমন শান্তিতে আপনারা বসবাস করছেন করবেন, কেউ আমাদের মাথা গোজার জায়গাও দেয়নি, কেউ আমাদের দুমুঠো খেতেও দেয় না, কেউ আমাদের অধিকারও দেয়নি। এটা মানুষের নিজস্ব অধিকার। দেশে স্বাধীনতা আন্দোলন করে দেশ স্বাধীন হওয়ার সময় এসব অধিকার পেয়েছে, তখন থেকে চলছে। ভারতবর্ষের যে ক্যারেক্টারটা, ভারতবর্ষের যে ডেমোক্রেটিক ক্যারেক্টার, পলিটিক্যাল ক্যারেক্টার, সেকুলারিজম ক্যারেক্টার, সবটাকে নজর দিয়ে কিন্তু সংবিধানটা তৈরি করা হয়েছে। হঠাৎ করে একটা রাজনৈতিক দল ক্ষমতায় এলো বলে সে সবকিছু উল্টে দেবে গায়ে চড়ে, মেজরিটি আছে বলে, এটা কখনো হয় না।
बिल्कुल ठीक कहा उन्होंने। भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोग जो सत्ता में बैठे हैं, वही लोग जब संलिप्त हों तो और क्या कहा जा सकता है, उसको बचाने की कोशिश की जा रही है।
ഇത്തരത്തിലുള്ള ഭരണഘടനാ വിരുദ്ധമായ ഒരു നിയമത്തിനും കേരളത്തിൽ സ്ഥാനമുണ്ടാകില്ല. അത്തരമൊരു നിയമം കേരളത്തിൽ നടപ്പാക്കുകയുമില്ല.
After 2 days of violence and protests over the Citizenship Amendment Act, there is an uneasy calm in northeastern states. The states continue to remain tense. However, no violence has been reported today. However, you've got Guwahati that is still witnessing peaceful protests. In Assam, army deployment continues in the state to maintain peace and stability. Internet and SMS services remain shut off in many parts of northeast, including many districts of Assam. However, anti-CAB protests are still taking place in some parts of the country. The protests were seen in Chennai, Kolkata, in Kalburgi, in Karnataka today as well. Meanwhile, you've got the Congress party that has now filed a plea in the Supreme Court against the Citizenship Amendment Act. The plea says Citizenship Amendment Act violates the constitutional principles and is arbitrary. This after Indian Union Muslim League, Bhaichung Bhutia's Hamro Sikkim and TMC's Mohammed Moitra and Pradyodip Barman of the Northeast today have filed a plea in the Supreme Court. Several lawyers and law students have also filed pleas in the Parliament.
Amid of the high voltage protest against the Citizenship Amendment Act 2019 in Assam, this morning perhaps is breather for the state government, particularly in the city of Guwahati. There has hardly been any incident of violence reported or the traffic that you can see in one of the most VIP area, Chanmari, the flyover that looks busy. All the public transport, private vehicles are on the road, the shops are opening, and there's a huge footfall, in fact, on the road. So that shows a normal picture of the city. But here, the protest has not stopped. The students, particularly youth, who are still agitating against the Citizenship Amendment Bill, have gathered in huge number in one of this largest size of the ground in Chanmari area, Guwahati town, who are outraging and protesting, shouting slogans against the government over Citizenship Amendment Act. And these youth, that's 11-hour long fast protest called by the Assam Student Union Organization. So these are the different student unions, those who have come from all across the city, gathered in this ground, and the protest that continues. The only breather for the state administration is that there has hardly been any incident of violence reported so far. This morning, the curfew has been released, but the protest against Citizenship Amendment Act continues in Assam. For now in Guwahati with Ravikant Sachatosh Mishra for India Today.
Meanwhile, author Taslima Nasreen has backed the citizenship bill. In fact, she says that free thinkers and liberals who are persecuted in Islamic nations should also be granted citizenship by India.
Manju, in the past few days, there's been so much controversy, so much is being spoken about the Citizenship Amendment Bill. But I noticed your tweets as well and your reactions. It's personal, it's also political. But you also seem to have some concerns. So what are your views, ma'am, and what are your concerns on this CAB bill?
You know, I'm very happy that the persecuted people, especially Hindus, Christian, Buddhists in neighboring countries, would get Indian citizenship, even though they are illegal immigrants, but not Muslims. You know, I'm not Muslim. I'm an atheist, and I know in some Muslim countries, the atheists, free thinkers, and liberal people, especially who are reformers, they are persecuted. They even get killed by Muslim fanatics, and the governments are against them. Governments, put them in prison, and in some. In many Islamic countries, actually, the sufferers are actually the free thinkers, Muslims. If people like me who get persecuted and who are exiled and who cannot live in their own countries, whether they would be allowed to come to India and live here, whether they would get citizenship. I think that the persecuted people from Islamic countries also should get citizenship. Persecuted people originally from Muslim community, who are not Hindus or Buddhists or Christians, who are Muslims, but liberal Muslim, free thinkers Muslims or atheists, they really get, persecuted, and they're humiliated, abused and imprisoned, and they're exiled. And
all right, you've got the likes of Taslima Nasreen who are saying that she's happy the government has gone ahead and passed the Citizenship Amendment Bill, and now the Citizenship Amendment Act is being opposed by many. Anisha now joins us, who's a legal. Anisha, I believe you're being joined by one of the petitioners who has filed a plea against the Citizenship Amendment Act. Over to you.
Well, yes, I'm joined by Mr. Pradyot Dev Burman, who is a political leader and a former royal of Tripura, who's also filed a petition in the Supreme Court. At least 10 petitions by separate persons have been filed in the Supreme Court. But we're speaking to Mr. Burman right now. Sir, you have raised questions and concerns about the population of the Northeast. What exactly is there in your petition?
First of all, I think I'm the only one who's actually raised it from the Northeast, because the Northeast is up in arms. And there is one thing which is clearly that this goes against the very basic tenets of the Constitution of India. But when you see the Northeast, they've exempted a few states, and then they haven't exempted a few other states. Now, we would like to know what was the thought process when he decided not to exempt states which actually border Bangladesh. Meghalaya, Tripura and Assam actually border Bangladesh, but those are the states which haven't been exempted, and states like Mizoram, Nagaland, Manipur, Arunachal, which have no boundaries with Bangladesh, they've been exempted. So what was the thought process there? And third is that, you see, when you look at states like Tripura, or if you even look at Sikkim, we were independent kingdoms. And when Tripura especially merged with India, we merged under certain constitutional guarantees and protections, because we were two sovereign powers which merged. And today we feel that that very instrument has been violated and vitiated. So we have genuine concerns, and we will go to the Supreme Court. We have spoken to our lawyers, and we will be moving this because we believe that a lot of injustice has happened to us. This is a state where we've come down from 80% to 30%. And the people who are right now controlling the entire state are the same persecuted religious minorities which is supposed to be given exemption by Amit Shah ji.
Sir, you also met Mr. Amit Shah, you met the Home Minister yesterday. What was the response from the government? What was the response from the Home Minister?
He sympathizes with the indigenous people of Tripura, but he doesn't have a solution for us. He has, he would like to assure us, but we would like to see what is this assurance. And the fact is, we want it in writing. And we want to know what is happening. Now, we are not getting anything in writing. And I cannot wait for the government of India to give some, in perpetuity, to make the right noises, but not give it to us anything in writing. So, we are going to go to the Supreme Court. We have already decided it. Today, we have filed for notice. And hopefully, we'll be listed very soon.
So, as you can see, lot of concerns being raised. Particularly Mr. Varman's petition raises concerns of the people of the Northeast. Other petitions have raised the questions of constitutional guarantees, right to equality, whether the protections given to certain communities versus protections not being given to other communities violate the constitution, whether the citizenship laws that existed have been violated by this kind of religion-based classification.
All right, Anisha, I'm sorry about the interruption. We have to cut live to the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman at this point of time. Let's listen in.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.